This episode of Homestead Aquarius is inspired by Guns N' Roses and another channel that I'm going to tell you about later. But for now, let's get to that Guns N' Roses part. There's an old song. Welcome to the jungle. It gets more wild every day. I feel like an animal the longer I let this stay. All this, the longer I let it stay like this, the more animal I feel. Get more in tune with nature. Can you see that little bit of nature right there? Can you? It's pretty well hidden. It's right in the center of your screen. Let me help you out. Look at there. You see him now? That right there is one of the predators in my garden. Green tree frog, trying his best just to be not seen, hanging out there in this elderberry bush. That's called a predator, or maybe it's a predator. A predator because he's not dating anybody right now. It's not raining. When it starts to rain, he's going to go to singing and trying to find a mate. And they'll mate, they'll date and they'll mate and make a bunch of eggs, and I'll have more tadpoles and more of those beautiful singers right there. Now, his color brings to mind something I'm going to show you. Let me get on to that. We'll see what's ripening up around here, and we'll get on with this. Hang on, there's some wind involved today. Let's see, zoom in here. Oh, look at him. That's a sexy beast right there. I guess maybe I ought to call this episode Chasing Green Stuff. Now look here. It's back to my mulberry tree. You know, this mulberry tree, I tried to kill. I tried to dig it up, pull it out of the ground when it was young, before I really realized what it was. That was a while back. It has grown and done well for me. And it was actually my first video ever on YouTube. Now what you're seeing here is one mulberry that's turning ripe and one that has yet to turn ripe. These are native red mulberries, and it leads me to a tip for you. This tree goes way on up. It's still a young tree, but it's up there about 16 feet tall. What you want to do with your mulberry trees, if you want them for your own food production, if you want to eat these little boogers, what you want to do is keep it short, keep it pruned short. A mulberry tree is an awesome beast of a tree. It will provide you a lot of food, but you can keep these in a bush form where they're down low. That will allow you to offer it frost protection. That will allow you to keep it from being too high to where the wind, is not thrashing it around so much and losing your berries. You see, that's the one thing. Now, birds, squirrels, and then later on bugs will be getting into them when they get fully ripe. You'll be fighting the ants for them and stink bugs and different things. But if you've got it short, okay, the number one thing that gets my mulberries every year is the wind or the rain. And if it's not thrashing around, you won't lose so many. That's a good tip for you. Keep your mulberries short, and in doing so, you can pick them easier, all the other things that I mentioned. And another thing about mulberries, and I mean specifically red native mulberry trees, that those are supposed to be here in North America. Now for wherever you are else, you can do something else. But mulberries of all kinds start very well from cuttings. This will make you feel like a champion. Starting new trees from a mulberry. You take one and pretty soon you can fill up just a ton of mulberry trees and just keep them going. Make them and share them with other people and keep the blessing of free food going. That's amazing, right? Let's move on to something else. Okay, here's the next green thing. These are some of my blackberries, or some of nature's. They're on my place, and I'm going to eat a bunch of them. These are wild blackberries. They're not quite ripe yet. And I'll show you something else that's not quite ripe and give you a chance to feel better about your place, okay? I feel the need to make another video, and I may do that later, but not today. But you're going to get to see into the remnants of my greenhouse from last year. Let me just show you this, and I'm going to show you a special plant. Okay, let's zoom out. Y'all, you see, you're seeing into my greenhouse right now. The wrong way. But you see that right there, center of your screen. You see that? See that bit of green right there? That is a yacon plant, one of many that I had growing inside my greenhouse last year. Well, it got some wild roots, wild hairs, dug into the dirt through the pot and started off right there. Made a tuber underground last year, and now it's come back. I was waiting for that, and I'm glad to see that now. So I'll have yacon growing right there once again. Ain't no telling how many tubers I've got up under there. That's a neat little surprise, and when you're looking at a greenhouse that looks like this, you're taking every win you can get. Here's something else green. We're right now in a close-up area of my outdoor kitchen. I'm going to clean this up and start making you hungry out here and start making some high-quality videos maybe. But that's some chocolate mint that got loose from its pot and just took off right there in my kitchen floor. Dang it. What you see here is this is just a bag of potting soil that I opened up and started growing stuff in last year. This is a little transplant of a horseradish. I've got it in here. Used this as an emergency landing area for that plant. And looky here, I have got a brand new first-year mullein coming up right here that just started itself. I had some mullein candles sitting over here on a rock, and the wind blew a seed over here, and it started up. Look at that. Look at how pretty it is, right? That's a little unexpected thing right there. Let's go in. Okay, let's get on now to the last of this. Just wanted to show you a few things, and I'll show you the main thing I wanted to show you for today. Well, all right, here we are. We're back here in my the starts of one of my hugel beds where I just loaded up a bunch of rotten logs at the bottom. I dug all of this out. Big area here I dug out down to the subsoil. Put the rotten logs in there. And I haven't done anything else with it but just let it sit here and rot. And my strawberries have spread over here. They did that last year, and I'm continuing to let them spread. And they're just growing in a very thin layer of soil and directly into the rotten wood. Look at that, runners there. Now, there is a way that 100%, almost, let me say almost 100% effective tip that I can give you. And this is amazing. To me it was. I've grown strawberries a long time and been a fan of eating them for a longer time. And I can tell you, as you probably know, there's a lot of stuff that likes to eat strawberries besides us. You know, once those berries get ripe, you are in competition with everything else out there. Lots of bugs, slugs, birds, you know. Let me go and pull this one off here. Now this one here is just about to that point of being ripe. Now here's what happens. Those sugars start to fully mature and everything gets ripened up, and it starts to put off that smell, you know. It says, hey, I'm ready to eat, come find me. So that animals will find them, and they'll eat them and disperse out the seeds. Well, that's the stage at which predation occurs. Almost nothing wants to eat a strawberry when it's green. And then that changes. Almost everything wants to eat it once it's red and ripe. So, slug pressure, bird pressure, little children pressure. Some of y'all got that. You can't get no strawberries yourself for the kids getting them first. Let me take care of this one. We'll keep it safe. We'll keep that safe from any children. That's a little tart, a little weird tasting. It's not ready to go yet, but it'll be safe from children. That's right, and birds and slugs. Here's what you do, okay? Strawberries are very much like other things, other types of fruit. You can pick them when they are almost ripe, okay? You can take, let's see here. Where's that other one I saw? Right here. Boom. Look at that. There are no bug bites on this. It's still not attractive enough yet for everything to come after it. You can pick these when they're more green, okay? You can pick them when they're more green, bring them into your house, and let them ripen inside the house. And unless you have slugs and birds and little children inside your house, you know, you're going to be safe. These will ripen up, and you will have no pressure on these. You will get almost 100% of your harvest of strawberries. You will no longer lose them to slugs, birds, dogs, or kids. That is one of the best tips I've ever had. You won't have to worry about poison. You'll still have to get down there and pick them. But when they're just about ripe, go ahead and pick these. Now, I told you about this other channel I was going to mention. In order for me to make this video and get it out there to where it can help people, I'd have to pick some of these and go through these steps and then show you the results. Well, there's a lot of you that are like me, got strawberries ready to go now, and you can use this tip. So I wanted to get that out here today for you. And I'm going to shout out another channel. That channel is North Coast Organic. But now hear me. North Coast Organic just changed his channel name to Cuckoo Cottage. Okay? North Coast Organic, he's on the north coast of Ireland. That's where he was. But over the last few months, he's been moving. He's moved to a little cottage out in the country there in Ireland. And that man is one of the most amazing gardeners I've ever known. Now, he is the one that I learned that tip from. So I want to share him with you. Okay, what I'm going to do is he's got 2 episodes about this, showing you the results and how he does it. And maybe you can pick up some other stuff from him. like I said, now he's moving, in the process of moving and settling in. And right now making gardening videos is not real high on his priority. But I will put a link in the description where you can find his video talking about this so you can see the results that I can't show and get out to you in a timely fashion today. North Coast Organic. Go find that from the link I put in there. Say hello to him and check out some of his old stuff. The man's amazing. He does a little fishing. He makes kelp nutrients. He makes fertilizer for his garden with kelp that he gets from right there on the North Coast there. It's been long enough rambling. I've shown you enough stuff. And I want to thank all of you for watching. And, you know, with me, it's all about working together and helping one another. I hope that I've helped you with this tip and sharing out the information that I got from him. He's a great guy. Go check him out. And I want y'all to have a great day. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Alabama, and I hope it is wherever you are. So I'll see you next time, and thank you very much for watching.